Hello everyone, my name is Dark Moon Doll, and today, Monday, I said last week that if you pose some questions to me, I'll answer it today, and you guys did it. So I have like 7 questions all together. I'm going to answer all of them. Thank you so much for all those who've contributed to this show today. So yeah, I'll just get right into it, and this is really cool. I've never done anything like this before. So yeah, so I wrote all the questions down. I don't have a printer. My printer's not working. So the first question is, have you ever seen spirits, in parentheses, ghosts? Please share your story of the supernatural. Well, I've shared this story and a few other stories of the paranormal and supernatural nature on my spirituality talk show. But anyway, I can share with you a dream, which I thought was a dream, but it was actually an actual ghost. I was sleeping, and then all of a sudden I felt pressure on my chest. I woke up, opened my eyes, and there was this guy that looked like he's from the mobster times. His hair was slicked back. He had the suit on. He had a pinstripe suit on, black and with white pinstripes. He was like just had his hands on my chest area, and I didn't feel like he was trying to hurt me, but I think that his energy was so intense. He was trying to communicate something to me. He was looking directly into my eyes, and I couldn't talk. I couldn't move. I couldn't talk. I was rendered motionless. And so what I tried to do, because I couldn't talk, I tried to communicate with him on a telepathic level. So I said to him, please tell me what's wrong. Please tell me what I can do, because I can't feel like I can do anything for you if I can't move and I can't talk, I can't speak. So that's what I was trying to communicate to him telepathically. And that was the most intense encounter, one of the most intense encounters. There was another time too where I was sleeping, and it was like in the back room. I just moved in with my now husband. At the time it was my boyfriend. And I was sleeping in this back room where he stored everything, taking a nap. My head was kind of like in the closet for some reason, and out of it I was just kind of laying down. And all of a sudden I felt like I was being pulled by my legs. And I opened my eyes but didn't see anything visibly there. So that's when I knew that it wasn't a dream. I knew that it wasn't just like astrocatalepsy, which if you want to learn more about that, I can tell you more about that in another video. But yeah, I checked off all the things on the list that it could be, and the only thing I could think of is that it was a ghost or some sort of energy pulling me. It was literally pulling me, by my legs. And I've had other I've had other experiences too that were ghost-like. Like when I was a kid, I was at home alone. My brother was out doing whatever. My mom was at work. She worked evenings. And I was in the kitchen washing dishes, doing chores as I usually do. And I started hearing like somebody walking up the stairs. Now this is when I lived in Chicago, and we had a basement. And that basement was very freaky. I think that whole house was haunted. But anyway, I went to the doorway where the stairway was. And I was afraid, but I opened the door. And sure enough, I heard someone like literally walking up the steps, and I saw no one at all, but it was coming towards me. And what I did do, I shut the door and ran into my mom's room and called her at work. They came, my mom came home from work early. She called the cops, and the cops walked around the premises, looked inside of the basement. They didn't see anything. So that's just a few of the supernatural, like paranormal things that have happened to me. Yeah, and I can share more if you guys like. So that was a great question. Thank you so much, subscriber, for posing that question to me. Okay, so the next question is, this subscriber viewer says, I love your clothes. You have some lovely pieces. Can you do a video about some of them? I especially like the piece in this video. Well, she was referring to the video that I did the Q&A on. and the Bob Marley / Salon Dreads video. So to answer the question, yes, I can do a video about those two looks. What I've started, if you didn't know, the person that asks this question and everybody else is listening, is that Saturdays I started doing like what's called a lookbook. Now, it's not the traditional lookbook where there's like 3 or 4 looks. I've been picking just one look and showing off why I picked it, why I like it. Some of the pieces may be from people that I bought, like handmade goods from, like hats or whatever, or jewelry pieces. So yeah, that's what I do on Saturdays now. Added another show into my repertoire. So yeah, I can definitely do that. I'll just pick one of the looks that you were talking about, and I'll wear that this Saturday for this Saturday's lookbook. So stay tuned for that. And thank you for your question. I really appreciate it. So the next question is, when is your birthday? My birthday is July 23rd, 1973. So is this because you want to do an astrological chart on me? What's that? No, I'm playing. But yeah, that's when my birthday is. So next question. By the way, thank you for that question. I'm sure a lot of people like to know when people's birthdays are, because some people are into astrology. Some people are interested in learning more about, you know, a person beyond just what they see on the outside. So, cool. Thank you for that question. So the next question is, can you show us your favorite art you ever made? I don't think that's possible for me I don't really have a favorite, I don't believe. I like all of them. I do. I literally like all of them. There's not one I can really say, that one, that's the piece, because I'm always creating something new. So, but I do have this painting that I did. I don't have it with me right now. I'm sorry. Forgive me. But it's a painting, and I named it Shamaness, and I believe it's still on my Etsy shop. And it's just a huge painting. It's bigger than 18 by 24, a little bit bigger, and it has just a face, and the whole thing's covered with its dreadlocks, and some of the dreadlocks are polka dotted. There's golds, reds, and it's very intense. So yeah, I don't know if I'd say it was my favorite, but it was one, when I finished it, I felt like, wow, you know. So yeah, if you want, you can go to my Etsy shop. I put it up for sale on Etsy, www.darkmoondoll.etsy.com. And I did show that piece on one of my art talk shows as well. So yeah, I'll probably bring it back out so you guys can see it again. But yeah, it's on my shop. But that was one that after I finished, I was like, wow. There's some pieces that just happen like that. Some pieces, you know, they're cool, you know, they look good, but some pieces are just kind of like, whoa, where did that come from? So yeah, just feel free to look at my shop and past Art Talk videos. I'll try to pipe in that specific Art Talk video in the mix here so you can watch it and see me talking about that specific painting called Shamaness. And yeah, thank you for that question. That was a cool question. And so next question says, I love your channel. When did you start your spiritual journey? And what made you take the first step to finding out who you really are? Okay, my spiritual journey started when I was in Bible school. When I was told to go to Bible school. And I think it was about, 6 or 7, I'm guessing. And I wasn't satisfied with what the Bible school teacher had to say to me. She couldn't answer simple questions. Like I asked her, what's the difference between Jesus Christ and God? And she found some roundabout way and condescending way of answering it for, you know, a little girl. So at that point I felt like I'm not going to get any answers from these people, because they're just kind of basing all of their knowledge off of just one book, and how to live your life just on one book. So I just didn't feel that was practical. Later on in life, Well, let me tell you something. When I was younger too, I was like 5 years old. I used to astral travel, or like astral. I would get out of my body. My mom would tell me to go take a nap. I remember this was like when I was 5, I believe, and I didn't really like taking naps. But I laid down. I laid down, and I imagined myself, on the ceiling, and then I was on the ceiling, and I could felt like it was like I'm here on the bed, and then I'm on the ceiling too. So I think that was very trippy for me as a young girl, a young person, just in general, but also because I couldn't really talk to anybody about these kind of things. So I just kind of put it off to the side and go, okay, these are things that happen. Not until I was like, I think I would have to say, in my late teens did I really start to really search out more about these paranormal experiences I'd been having in the past. So, yeah, I went to this place called the Psychic Berkeley Institute, and they did a psychic reading on me, but it was like a 2-hour reading where they checked the Akashic records and were able to see the clairvoyance, the clairaudience, the clairsentience, telepathy, how strong are these abilities and gifts within me. And they kind of pretty much explained to me that these are gifts that everybody has that are dormant within us. We have more than just a simple taste, touch, smell, you know what I mean, senses. We could do more, we can perceive more than we realize a lot of the times. And we just will see things and just dust it off to the side. So yeah, I'd have to say I really started searching in my late teens, like 18, 19. And then yeah, I just started picking up more and more literature, metaphysical literature, based on stuff that I had been experiencing. Yeah, and yeah, there's some other videos that I have on here too, Spirituality Talk. If you look up some past videos, I talk about specific things that I've gone through that helped me get to where I am right now, spirituality-wise. What was the other part of it? The first step to finding out who you really are. The first step that's finding out... Sorry, spitting everywhere. There was a time when I went to this psychic fair when I was in my... when I just gotten out of the military. And it was like when I was 25, 26. And I went to the psychic fair, and they showed me, I mean, it just showed me how many ways of healing and really getting grounded and getting centered with yourself there are. I mean, there were people doing Reiki. I don't know if you've heard of that before. There were people doing shiatsu massage, hot stones, didgeridoo to heal the body. And then at that time I was like, oh, I think I'm really more interested in Buddhism. So I bought a book on Buddhism called A Path with Heart by Jack Kornfield. And I started meditating. There's a basic mantra inside of the book, and I sat and I meditated for a long time, for about a year, using that one book and using that meditation. And it seemed to bring me to a peace of mind and really connect with myself. So yeah, I guess you could say that was my first step, but if you think about it, maybe my first step was when I was 5. When I was astral traveling out of my body, getting out of my body, and not really knowing the terminology for it. So I hope that answers the question for you, because that's it's a really detailed question, intricate too, and that's why I have so many other videos in my Spirituality Talk show to talk more further about it. But thank you so much for that question. I appreciate it. So here's the next question. Let's see. Have you ever considered creating and designing an oracle deck? Actually, funny you should say that. When I read that question, I was laughing because a friend of mine, Mamba Lorena, Yvette Smith, she commissioned me to design her oracle deck, her oracle cards. And they're now on sale on Etsy shop. I'll put the link down below, and you can see photos of what I've done. I'll even put some photos at the end of this video of the designs that I made for that tarot deck. I mean that oracle deck. It was the first time. So I designed the art, but I didn't like put all the wording and everything in there. What I did basically was I designed, each card was a set of 44 cards. I designed each card, and then I sent the originals to her. So what she's going to do is scan them and copy them and then send them back to me. So sounds a bit of an arduous process, but I'm really excited about this. I'm really happy about it too, because I've never embarked upon this kind of artistic journey before. I mean, there were some challenges along the way, because I usually don't work that small in a playing card size. So, but yeah, it helped me to learn a lot, and I will include the pictures at the end of this video. So thank you so much for asking. You must be connecting somehow for me to ask that question. So the last and final question is, what are your favorite natural skincare products? Okay, first of all, I don't spend money on skincare products like I used to, like excessive amounts of money. I keep it easy and simple. If you want to moisturize, if I want a moisturizer for my skin, I can use either olive oil, shea butter, or coconut butter. Coconut oil, I mean. Coconut butter. Coconut oil. Yeah, I just keep it simple. I don't like to put a lot of soap on my face. I've tried washing my face with soap before, and it leaves like a film on it. What I've been liking doing now is taking a soft washcloth and just warm water and just kind of like exfoliating my skin. And it pretty much takes off the dead skin cells, and it leaves my skin feeling good. And yeah. And the less crap that I put on my skin, the better it is, because I think that it's just like the same thing I say about my scalp, not wanting to put tons of oils on my scalp. It can clog my pores, and then I can end up with, like, you know, acne and things like that. So, and also, it's not just the stuff I put on myself topically. It's what I put on put inside of my body. If I can talk, jeez, I think I need to drink some tea here. I got some lemon, honey, and ginseng tea going today. And I'm talking really fast because I'm excited. This is a really cool show. So yeah, I just try to keep it simple. There used to be one skincare product that I liked a lot, and I don't know if it's still out. It was called Alafia. And I talked to the guy that created the company and everything. He's from Africa, and he designed this product specifically for African skin, for our melanin, for our specific needs. And all of the products had shea butter or cocoa butter, or there was no petroleum bases in it. I mean, most of the lotions and creams and things like that out on the market in like regular conventional stores are petroleum based, you know. And yeah, you want to try to stay away from all those chemicals and things like that. And yeah, really pay attention to what you're putting inside your. I really trying to be conscious of what I put inside my body, because you know, you can put the creams and lotions on the outside and it stops the dry skin, but what's going on the inside? Yeah. Another thing too, I just want to mention, Burt's Bees is pretty good for lip balm. They're really nice, and it's like the hemp one I like the best, and it's just all natural ingredients. So that's what I try to stick with, all natural contents. And I want to eventually start making my own care products. I mean, I've found some interesting recipes on just basic stuff. So yeah. So yeah, what I do, skincare products, I don't have products, you know. I just use natural ingredients, natural things around the house that I find helpful. Just like with my hair, I use like natural things like water, baking soda, vinegar if I need like conditioning and deep rinse or whatever. So try to keep it simple. So yeah, that's the answer to the question. And you know what? With all these questions, I can even spin them off into some other shows too as well. So I could go further in depth, because I feel like with each of these questions I'm kind of speeding through. So that's what I'll probably do, is I'll try to take each question and even answer it into like a show format. So I mean, just one question, focusing on that one question just for that one show. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for all the questions that you've posed to me. Thank you so much for all the people that have subscribed. Thank you so much to the people that are viewing. Even if you haven't subscribed, it doesn't matter. I'm just happy that you're watching. Thank you for everybody who's liked and shared any of my videos here. Thank you for your kind comments. And yeah, thank you for joining me here. And like I said, the only reason why I share this information about myself is thinking that other people can relate to it and feel like they're not the only one. And I like to try to help give some tips on things that helped me get through just everyday life crap, you know? Alrighty, guys, I'm going to do a show tomorrow. It's going to be Art Talk Tuesday. But I'll probably just show you that one, answer your question even more so if you don't know that you're saying what's my very best or favorite piece of artwork. I'll just show that painting tomorrow too, and I'll show some other stuff as well. So come around for Art Talk tomorrow on Tuesday, and until then, yeah, take care of yourself. Peace.